In sales, you simply cannot quit when things don't turn out your way. There should be absolutely no option for retreat in your mind. Your mind is built to protect you from harm and shield you from hardship. And we know that we are all wired to take the easy route whenever possible. After all, think of it this way. Our ancestors didn't hunt the strongest animal. As a matter of fact, they avoided risk. That is why they went after the easy target whenever possible. Why challenge a tiger when we can capture a deer? It's all about choices. The safest bets might not appear to be risky, but they are not a walk in the park for sure. Our brain is built around self-preservation. Everything that we do consciously or unconsciously is led by self-preservation. You probably heard this story about the ancient Greeks' battles. They had a reputation for bravery, discipline, and extreme determination. The Greek soldiers were trained and groomed to be willing to die for their cause without questions or hesitation. It was not a desire of bravery, it was a way of life, an obligation in terms of honor or living with honor. You see, the Greek leaders know that to ensure that the soldiers will fight to death, it was sometimes necessary to eliminate any chance for retreat. Hence, the moment they landed on the enemy's shore, the commanders usually ordered to burn the boats. The message was simply, you either win today and you go back home victorious, or you will die in this foreign land. Win or die. There was no escape and no choices. The Greek soldiers had to win the battle despite all odds against them, or they were to die in this foreign land. So a good number of sales reps get into selling believing that they're smarter than the rest of us and can endure more than all of us combined. We would like that kind of ego in sales anyhow. Personal pride and good dose of strong desire and ego is healthy, and it certainly helps to achieve success in sales. But having a strong desire to become a professional salesperson is really a good start. Having an intense desire to do whatever it takes is a more valuable attribute, because committing to work with focus and intensity is really necessary to gain an edge over your peers and your competitor. Taking your obligation seriously certainly allow you to overcome whatever challenge you might face in your sales journey. But it takes a unique mental state to get there. And what I mean with the mental state is your discipline, your commitment level, and ambition to start the day a little bit early than most. However, your ultimate power and energy are derived from your mindset. Many organizations spend enormous amount of resources in training, coaching to improve the salespeople productivity as well as performance. Yet, despite all that, very few sales organizations address the state of mind of the sales force, primarily because it is a complex issue. And you probably heard the old saying, you can influence behavior but not attitude. The thought process states that the salesperson either has the right mental condition to do the job or not. However, that's backwards in a way if you think of it, because one mindset is susceptible to change. One mindset is susceptible to evolution and upgrades. Like anything else in life, it requires training and coaching to influence one's thoughts. The mental state of the salesperson is really what dictates one's success. Training someone on the sales process, overcoming objections, building good customer relationship and follow-up are the mechanics that a salesperson needs to know in order to sell effectively. But you should know that this technical business aspect can only take you so far. The reality is that your mental conditioning comes before anything else. A trained mindset is a healthy, creative source of exceptional performance. So sales organizations should train the salespeople on how to train their minds first, because whatever the mind decides, the body executes. Think of it this way. Attributes such as willingness, desire, commitment, and grit are nothing but a state of mind. The mind is the source of all accomplishment and all failures. The accurate measure of a salesperson is determined by the things that are often invisible to the naked eye. You can quickly evaluate your appearance. We can evaluate your professionalism, demeanor, likability. We can evaluate your communication skills, as well as your attractiveness throughout interactions and observation. That's easy to do. We observe things and we make a conclusion out of what we see. However, you and I cannot measure grit. We cannot measure someone else's willingness or hunger or desire or endurance or mental stamina or courage or brain power. We cannot measure someone's empathy. We cannot measure someone's instinct unless you live through unique experience with them. Then you can come up to a conclusion about evaluating their ability, because your mental state is what drives your actions and results. It's the force that overcomes obstacles that might seem impossible sometimes. We know that every technological invention that we enjoy today had seemed impossible at some point in our history. Everything that we enjoy today was somewhat impossible in the past. However, it took someone's strong-minded personality to drive his or her idea from hopelessness state to reality. So let's cover another attribute that I feel is absolutely important. Call it scruffiness. Ask any salesperson, do you work hard? And the most common answer you're probably gonna get, yes, of course, but I'd rather work smart. You see, everyone rather work smart than hard. And if given options, many people will ditch working hard for easy work that pays higher reward. Ask your salesperson, do you prefer we schedule 3 hours cold calling on new prospect or just 1 hour per day? Most people will opt for 1 hour. Very few people would want to go the 3 hours route. While many salespeople state that they work hard, many don't work nearly as hard as they describe. Hard work requires discipline and execution, and smart work involves planning as well as thinking. You see, salespeople are programmed to take the path of least resistance. If it leads them to their goal, be it. For example, if you're hungry and I give you the option, would you like this loaf of bread to eat for a day today? Or I give you the know-how to make your bread going forward. Most of us will take the loaf of bread right then and there because you want to satisfy your hunger. The easy option will win in this case. You see, you grow exceptional mental stamina when you push past apathy, procrastination, and fear. When you condition yourself to do the hard thing first, you increase your mental prowess by leaps and bounds. Doing the easy task conditions your mind to take shortcuts, which weakens your mental fortitude and diminishes your skills. We know that most salespeople despise cold calling, no matter what you say to me. They think it does not work, although it does work. Many think it's too much work. Many will tell you that it's dead practice. But we know that's not true. Salespeople avoid it because it's hard work with improbable results. That's the reason behind it. You cannot become your best if you steer away from anything hard. If you cannot improve, you cannot grow your career, period. You might not like cold calling or canvassing or the administrative side of your job. However, if it is necessary to get it done, get it done. Focus on your destination. Real sales stars learn to excel in all the areas that are core to their sales success. They put their emotion and pride aside for a moment to learn the skills that get them to the next level. Being scruffy work because it's not a pretty work, but it yields, generally speaking, high dividend in the long run. Or to reach the top 1%. If you really put your heart and mind into it, you can. If you are not there, ask yourself these 2 questions. What type of skills do I need to acquire to get there to become part of that 1%? What capability do I need to learn to reach that level of performance? Two simple questions that can get you there. What type of skills do I need to acquire to get there? What capability do I need to learn to reach that level of performance to become and operate among the 1%? So your mental growth requires continuous elevation of your mental fitness and belief. You are always in total control of your physical and emotional state. So keep pushing yourself beyond what you thought possible. Real success requires relentless dedication to do whatever is necessary, whether you like it or not.